6 years
And you
of
could
your
have died
life,
in prison,
your
you know,
career, your
your
the people,
dreams, your ambitions,
and the people. But I know about this other footballer. Maybe that's what you were talking about. Who had been
accused,
and
convicted.
he had served his sentence,
yes.
and his club wanted him back. But some people,
yes,
even within the club, didn't want him back.
And some other clubs also wanted him.
Yeah.
And supporters of those clubs, the owners, kept threatening and said, "Look, if you don't know, you bring a convicted rapist back, and he can't get a club, even though he served his sentence." But is that not what the sentence is supposed to be? You've been convicted, you've served your sentence, the judicial system has released you, and so, well, you may not be free of all your troubles, but then you've served time for what you did. You admitted it was wrong, or you were convicted for doing wrong, and you've served your time. So society needs to let go.
Okay.
People don't forget, do they?
This is one that we're going to throw at you to get involved, because I've got a question for you. Beautiful scenario. But you can get in touch with us via phone now. 030221 216. Oh my God, 211-6912. 0302 211 6912. Get involved. I've got this one for you, Roland.
I tell you, the best thing is always make sure it comes on the screen.
And that will be Fred, our director's responsibility.
His hands don't.
Yeah, but we love you, Fred. I'm sure you know that. Okay, Roland. So you've been accused of raping someone. Indeed, the courts found you guilty and jailed you for a year. You're doing the AM show beautifully, like you're doing right now. But now you've served your sentence.
Won't happen.
You've served your sentence and you're done. Do you expect to come back to the AM show?
Rape? Nope.
Would you attempt to come back? I mean, would you want us to receive you the same way and relate to you the same way?
And knowing my character and temperament, no. I don't expect that.
You see?
And I'm sure there would have been a lot of public backlash for rape.
No, but that's because of the question that you asked. You've served your sentence, which means you've been punished duly for whatever wrong you did. Should society take you back the way you were? And that's the question that I want you to help us answer on 0302 211-6912.
It depends on what you were doing, because you interact with people. I would not come because of this, because, for example, I interact with the public a lot, or what we do in terms of the industry, we interact with the public a lot, and as a result of that those interactions could cause embarrassment in some situations to myself, the outfits, the brand, etc.
So what if you had pleaded not guilty?
But if let's say
if you had pleaded not guilty?
If let's say I was an engineer, or let's say a footballer or something, I play my football and go away, I'll be cool.
Playing football is just like doing what you're doing.
All right, maybe be an engineer or working somewhere else.
Okay, yes, so back to what if you had pleaded not guilty?
If I had pleaded not guilty, and if I knew I was not guilty, but I was still convicted, still, I'll not come.
Let's hear from Dominic.
If I had a lucky lady, like the way the gentleman had the victim coming in and say, "You didn't rape me," and perhaps I was acquitted, yes, I will come back.
You call her lucky?
Well, he was lucky for the lady to come. The lady could have chosen not to come. That's my point.
Okay, cool. All right. Dominic, good morning to you, Dominic.
Good morning.
Okay, Dominic, first of all, let's talk about your weather, because you're calling from Bolga. How is it like today?
Not good at all.
So how are you surviving? How are you surviving?
You have to just play for me.
Enjoy it. It is not always like this. Let's look at the positive sides of it. But let's hear you on this one.
About being convicted and going back to maybe where you are working. It looks very strange, but psychologically, you can't still work at where you were. So people might see you as a rapist, like a wrongdoer or something. So maybe the way people react to you will even tell you that, Pastor, find a different place to go and work.
Okay.
But would you say people with strong characters could still go and face all the wrath?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. But it's like the way people see you. you might not know how they see you, but knowing yourself very well, you might not be able to work with them.
If it says see you, you mean perceive you? Okay.
Yeah, how people view you, how people look at you. Okay, Dominic, we love your contribution to this one. Thank you very much for sharing. One of the biggest issues is also about the Shrash boss who's been suspended. Fred tells me we've got a friend joining us on the phone. Okay, Hassan, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Hassan. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Zebila.
Hassan, please raise your voice a bit. The weather seems to be affecting you. Oh,
I think we lost him. Is it Hassan we lost? Yes. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, okay. We lost Hassan. But one of the other, biggest issues in Ghana today is about the Shrash boss who's been suspended to make way, for that.
You want to put me in her shoes again?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Since you're serializing, stereotyping me.
No, I won't do that.
In positions. Let me see. Maybe I may try. I would have resigned long ago.
That's what people are saying. But it's amazing.
I haven't stayed in the US extra. I'm sure I would have been loaded a bit, so I would have resigned.
Okay. Fifi Kumsin is joining us from Kumasi. Good morning, Fifi Kumsin.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing, Fifi?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
We thank God. Let's hear you.
What I would like to say is, when a law is made, right, I'm sure that we have representatives of the people who come together to make the law. Now, if the law is made, everybody gets to agree that a rapist should serve X number of years. Why shouldn't we accept him back? We want to punish him this way. And so if we have satisfied ourselves by punishing him, why don't we want to, take him back, accept him back?
So you know the scenario that I gave, would you love to see Roland on the AM show, for instance, if that, happens? He keeps saying the Tofi Aqua thing, but would you love to see him still? Would you accept him as host of the show?
What I want Roland to understand is that he's good at what he does. That is his skill. That is his expertise, where he's good at. And we should learn to separate these things from character. We all have our weaknesses. He might be a rapist. Somebody might be a thief. And you might lose all your equipment in the studio. It doesn't make him better than Roland. The truth is that Roland is a good journalist. He messed up. He's been punished. It doesn't mean his skill has left him. So he should be brought back, accepted, and monitored closely so we can fully trust him that he's fully repented.
Fifi.
Can I love you, Fifi? I love you. That's it. Thank you very much for sharing. What?
Now
you didn't know what we're talking about.
Sometimes you're there and you watch films and people go through a certain range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just speak to Hassan? I'll come back to you. Hassan, thank you for calling back. Apologies, we lost you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. What I want to say is that the caller who just
Fifi.
Fifi said is true. But in some cases, if maybe Roland's situation, they won't have a much problem with it. But if Roland's situation was that he was probably handling children,
okay.
It won't be proper to allow him back.
How about me sitting by him?
No, but you are an adult. You are an adult. So we're talking about a 19-year-old.
Yeah. No. We're not talking about a 19-year-old. See, I see where you're going.
I think the whole.
I want to say the footballers issue in England. That one, the fans' beef was that he did not apologize. He didn't accept that he had committed that wrong. That was the fans, the issue that they had with it. If he had apologized,
then they would have forgiven him.
Probably accepted him into the system that he wanted to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think that if someone serves a sentence, it's just that sometimes, a thief is only caught when a thief is a thief when he's caught. Most of us probably will find ourselves in this situation before he is caught or he's in the docket.
Yeah.
If we decide to criticize him and do all things, if they say that if in the night, if people's walls to be removed, you see what people do in the night.
Yeah.
So, you mean everything should be in the open?
Okay.
All right. Hassan,
thank you.
Hassan, before you go though, hello, Hassan.
Yes, I'm alive.
Do you think as a society we're very forgiving? Do you think we have that trait and that feeling to forgive people? Because it doesn't seem like we have.
No, we don't. We don't. And the fact is that people don't put themselves in people's shoes. When something happens, they just jump and say, "You are not supposed to do this. You are not supposed to do that." You don't sit down and reflect. I mean, look at the situation. I mean, we are human. We are vulnerable to these situations. It could be that it happened. It could be that it didn't happen. You can find yourself in this situation. So you just said, "Oh, I mean, let's let things go. It should have been this. It should have been that." But we are human.
All right, Hassan. Just like I've been put in this very position. Don't go raping. No excuse.
All right, we'll speak to Kojo from Cape Coast. That will be the last friend we'll speak to. Kojo, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hello, Kojo?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, hi, Kojo. Thank you for your call.
Okay.
Let's hear you.
Sure. You brought two issues. One is life after sentence, the rape issue.
Yeah.
I think that life will be determined largely by society. And in the sense that scripturally, when Jesus said, the person who has not cast a stone, who has not sinned before should first cast a stone. That determines what society can do. And society just run away and left the woman. But if society is willing to do an introspection and accept, and then the accuser also, the victim, if he's willing to forgive, I think there should be a problem.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Kojo.
So the second one happens to be the shrine. I know it's under investigation, but personally, I believe that the committee should also look at legally the woman. That's why she stood. She stayed in office. Legally, she's not at fault, but morally and others. But then I would want the system and the institutions that enabled her to stay to be also to be punished if it means going that level.
Okay. Hello? Oh, Kojo. Okay. I lost you there, but I think essentially the points that you made was quite clear. Really, really important point you make there. Thank you very much, Kojo, for joining us.
There's something I want to read on your acquitted rape story from the US. Gibson had claimed Banks, so the one who got convicted, had kidnapped her at the Long Beach Polytechnic High School in California before raping her, but in fact they never had sex, and that even results in a conviction. That's the most baffling thing.
Yeah, but that's the law, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's justice. Sometimes justice is not really justice.
Yeah, it's so much injustice.
Exactly.
Injustice, yes.
It's the brilliance of one lawyer against the other.
Yes.
And if they battle it out, the judge listens to the case and is convinced or not convinced. Then you have your judgment. But hey, that's our show for today. We promise you an even better one tomorrow, God willing. We want to say thank you for all your contributions, really. My name is Mama Viosa Baje.
Mine is Roland Walker. Always get communicative. We have page on Facebook, Joy News on TV, and also handle on Twitter, Joy News on TV.
We've got the latest news update, though. We've got the update on the medical stores, which was in flames. Still not quite done yet, but we've got an update on News Desk with Kemini later on at 10. Stay with the Joy News channel.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your working day.